Welcome back, true believers and writer fans. It is time for my last episode for tonight. This is Ghost Rider number 17, and this is the Ghost Rider Vlog. So, I'm going right to the cover here. Fantastic cover. We got a little action sequence here. We've got the Ghost Rider and we got the Son of Satan. They are fighting off demons in a hellscape, and we got even the bike in the background. Kudos for this cover. It's not a fantastic cover, but artistically, I would say it's not a fantastic cover, but just the setup of what we're already going to be getting in this book, fantastic. Can't wait for this. We've had a fluff episode already, fluff book rather already, so it's time to get it back into the storyline. Speaking of which, storyline, apparently over the course of the last couple of books, it seems that Johnny Blaze, as the Ghost Rider, has unofficially become a part of the group known as the Champions. This consists of, I believe, Hercules, Black Widow, and several other characters I don't know offhand immediately. Because the lineup for the Champions has constantly changed, but he started pretty early on in the Champions, actually, which is kind of an interesting note. And the Champions is more or less the Squad B of Avengers set in the other side of the United States. Whereas the Avengers are normally in the New York area where most of the other Marvel characters are. This is a big LA group, essentially, of some lesser-known heroes who have combined together to make a pretty interesting group by the sounds of it. So essentially, on a Friday, Johnny Blaze got to go to Mount Olympus to help save Hercules. On Saturday, he had the incident last time with the shark. On Sunday, he came back home to find that the Champions were mentally possessed and had to free them. And on Monday, he's trying to get back to work. That has to be one of the craziest weekends anyone has ever had. Poor Johnny. He can't get a break no matter where he goes. Speaking of which, as soon as he gets back to work, he finds out that filming has been postponed because Kate was injured. To which Johnny's like, injured? It was barely a scratch on her forehead. A minor little bullet wound scrape, which happens quite a bit in Marvel, apparently. But he's starting to question this, calls up her friends, to which they tell him that he needs to see it to believe it. He comes in, there she is, all animal-eyed with horns and everything. Just complete madness. She flips like two guys and throws them into a wall. She knocks Johnny literally out of the room. And even the doctor that was trying to take care of her has only one thing he can say about this: possession. And to which Johnny can't argue with that. As a matter of fact, he quickly agrees with that and decides it's time to call up Damien again. So we get Damien Hellstorm, aka Son of Satan, called in, and even though he's busy with something else, he thinks that it is probably quite wise to tamper his father's plans by helping out a person who is, of course, still dangling on a leash that is dangerously too close to Satan already. So he's like, you know what? Maybe this is a chance to do a little more damage and throw off his father. So he goes over to help. They manage to get back onto the same floor where Kate's being held, and it literally looks like hell. Volcanoes and everything, fiery pits, and so forth. And Damien starts demanding that the demon reveal itself, to which it reveals itself to be Legion this time, and summons up multiple demons. The pair back up into a corner, but it's only to their benefit as they just unleash fire in every direction. and just roast all the demons. They get back to Kate as things are looking a little more normal, but then a portal opens up, revealing a new strange man who tells Johnny that the only way he can save Kate and himself is to run a race on his bike, which looks to be a raceway through an almost hellish landscape of its own. And while Damien warns Johnny that this is probably a really bad idea, Johnny says he's totally well aware of it, but if anything is to go wrong, Damien needs to be there to help Kate. And so with that, Damien sucks it up and mentally notes to himself that he has fought with other people, including the Fantastic Four. But even though he may not have powers as strong as some of the other people he's met with, that Johnny has to probably be one of the gutsiest humans he's ever met. Fantastic lead up for a new story arc that we're going through. I would assume that this will be done in about another book or two. I cannot wait to see how this ends. This has already been a huge setup with some really good stuff going on. Artwork is great. I can't think of a single thing to complain about this book. This is another perfect Ghost Rider book. By all means, have a look at it. Number 17. And we're going to go have a look at 18 tomorrow. See you all then.